Hey everyone, this is the lesson on Chapter 8, Persuasive Messages. What is persuasion? It is convincing others to do something, accept your point of view on a topic, or change their mind. It is rational, logical arguments supported by evidence. It is not forcing or coercing or manipulating people. It is not yelling and screaming. Make sure you select the appropriate medium for your message, such as face-to-face, letter, memo, and so on. Audience analysis is probably more crucial here than with any other type of message. So let's talk about some basics. You can view the Persuasive Message Basics PowerPoint located with the Chapter 8 notes. First, it's all about audience. With the positive, neutral, direct message, this was easy. We don't have to worry about audience attitudes or reactions. With the negative message, it's a bit more challenging because we need to know how the audience will react to the bad news. With the persuasive message, we have more to consider. With the negative message, we had to be concerned about the audience either being neutral or becoming angry or hostile. Now, with the persuasive message, we have three types of audiences. The agreeable audience. They are already prone to accepting your message. This is easy. Use a direct strategy. However, this is rare because most people want to know what's in it for me. The opposed audience. Against whatever it is you are trying to sell. A product, a service, or an idea. Or they are against you for whatever reason. We need to use an indirect strategy to get the audience interested and willing to listen. This message focuses on evidence, details, facts. The neutral audience, or the fence sitters. They straddle the line between agreeing with you or going in the opposite direction. We need the same level of evidence and facts as for the opposed audience, but we must be much more cautious with our tone. How we say things could tip the scales in favor for our request or against our request. Once you know your audience, you must consider how to reach them. You need to figure out how they will benefit from your product, service, or idea. Benefits can be tangible, something they can grasp. Intangible benefits help, but they can be tricky. Consider, you want people to contribute big dollars to your worthy charity. How does someone benefit from doing this? What do they get in return? A tax break? They would need a huge donation for that. The warm, fuzzy feeling of doing a good deed? Sure. But how long does that last? Oops, it's gone. So what then? Maybe it's something like free publicity, such as, if you contribute X dollars to our charity, we'll list your name and company in our newsletter, and all our clients will see your name and want to do business with you. Some benefits are intrinsic, built into the product or service, probably related to certain features. For example, a bank account that has built-in overdraft protection. Extrinsic would be add-ons. That same bank account, and we'll add an anti-fraud protection for 1 year, no charge. Now you can move on to how to reel in the audience. You must know how to appeal to them. You learned this in English 1010. Logos, logic. Pathos, or pathos, emotion. Ethos, character. You should also understand psychology, how the brain works. In general, men are ruled by logic, while women are ruled by emotion. This is a general guideline, not a hard, fast rule. But the idea is know your audience. If your target audience is men, you can lean more toward logic, facts, statistics, numbers. But integrate some appeal to emotion or to character. Women tend to be moved more by emotion, something that tugs at the heart, but don't completely leave out logic or character. Of course, character appeal can be a couple things. It can be appealing to a person's sense of doing the right thing. It can also be using a famous person as a spokesperson. Don't you want to be like Mike? Or use this product endorsed by Jay-Z. What if I received a sales message for me to buy this product? How effective would that message be? Now, what if Steve Harvey endorses this product? Not very impressive, right? Are you familiar with Michelin tires? Here's an example.
I'm thinking about buying some Michelin radials.
How come?
Well, Michelin's really last.
What do you base that on?
Experience. I got 60,000 miles from my last set.
60. Pretty good. But your car's getting old. It's just not worth Michelin's anymore.
You're right. But who's buying them for the car?
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
And this one. Okay, well,
Honey? You have Michelin tires on your car, don't you?
Yeah.
How come?
Oh, I don't know. They're terrific tires. Why?
Well, why don't I have Michelins on my car then?
Oh, darling, come on. I drive to work every day. Travel around a lot. Get my money's worth out of them. You only use your car for shopping. Driving Amy around. I'll get you set tomorrow.
You sure we're worth it?
Now.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Things that make you go, mmm.
Have you tried a McDonald's tropical smoothie? A refreshing blend of dairy, mango, banana.
along with the appeals, mainly to pathos, we see something else come into play. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Take a look. You can find this in Chapter 8 lecture notes. if you can identify how your product, service, or idea fills one of these needs, and you can address that in your message, you have that much greater of a chance to be successful. Now that you are equipped with understanding the audience, let's talk about using the direct organizational strategy. This is for the majority of persuasive messages. The exception, as with negative messages, is when you are writing to your boss. Then use the direct strategy. Note the general plan. For the indirect strategy, we're focusing on a method used in sales writing, the AIDA strategy. Start by gaining attention. Consider using a startling fact or statistic. Ask a rhetorical question, or even combine the two. Did you know that 97% of all people... This will grab the reader's attention. You could quote a famous person or a celebrity. Again, make sure this person fits your topic and your audience. If I were writing to you and quoted Yul Brynner, would you know who he is? Probably not. But again, what if I said Steve Harvey? Right? Next, get the reader interested in the product or service or idea. Introduce the topic. Say what it is. Describe key features that will appeal to your audience. Understand that you could have different audiences for the same topic. You'll address different issues or aspects. You'll also build in logos, logic, here. Then you must get the reader to desire, to want the product or the service. And here is where you build in reader benefits and speak to pathos or ethos. Pull on the heartstrings a little and make your persuasive request. Whether it's a favor or to get the reader to buy something or give you something. Finally, close by motivating the reader to act. Give the reader a clear, easy action to do, to act on your request. This isn't the actual request. That came under desire. Include a deadline. Consider adding an incentive, not necessarily a reader benefit, but an act now, and we'll add this extra thing. Add goodwill. That's it. 4 sections. Maybe 4 paragraphs, maybe 5. Still a 1-page message, a letter or a memo, or a relatively short email. let's look at a quick example. Go to the Chapter 8 Lecture Notes materials and click on Sample Ineffective Favor Request. Read through it. What do you think? Consider what doesn't work. Is this an attention getter? Not for this reader. It's a turnoff. Read through the rest of it and think about it. How is this for reader appeal? We could offer you 30 minutes to impart information about politics as a career, its rewards, and its punishments. Punishments? Really? Go back up here for a moment and read this. Many of our 15,000 students will be attending this function where 3 major speakers have been invited. So why are you writing to him if you've already invited 3 major speakers? Now, click on Sample Improved Favor Request. Do you see how it's improved? Over 15,000 students attend Foothill College, and many are registered voters in your district. How does this do to grab the reader's attention? Much better. On this day, we plan to have 3 major speakers. Notice, not that 3 have already been invited. Instead of talking about punishments with this career, we talk about rewards and possible drawbacks, different than punishments, right? Okay. So you get an idea. Now, let's look at your persuasive message writing assignment. Go to Course Content, Learning Module 3, Week 5, Chapter 8, Persuasive Message. First, note the due date. Download and open the assignment sheet. Under your assignment, pay attention. You'll see 4 options. Select one. You'll write the appropriate message based on the case scenario, which you'll find in your textbook, starting on page 243, or if you're using the digital version, go to the contents page for the chapter, scroll down, and click on Activities and Cases. The scenario provides all or most of the needed information. You might need to fill in some gaps. Don't change or alter the details. Don't do any other case than one of these 4. Otherwise, it will result in a 0 on the assignment. For peer evaluation, use your peer evaluation team discussion board for the persuasive message. Pay attention to the due dates. Note at the bottom how I will grade your assignment. Questions? Send me an email.